Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. Covering all conversation from dating to sports fetishes, this is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Yeah, audience. It's great to be here. You know, and this is my show. Well, hey, yo, audience member, I apologize for not being around the last several weeks, but last week I couldn't make it. I had to get my scales removed. All right, that's a serious skin condition. So I apologize, but yeah, that's right. And I want to throw a shout out to my man, Jerome Carmichael, who's my intern. He's been filling in for me, you know, pretty much most of them shows when I'm out doing my thing. But nonetheless, I'm back, and I'm Shabazz Davis. And we got some serious discussions to be had today about a very important topic matter in this day and age. And that is, what's it like? What does it take to be a superhero? Yeah, not anybody can be a superhero. There's less superheroes out there. Yeah, that's right. Than professional athletes. Or folks who done climb Mount Everest. Or even been to the moons, I think. But I'm not sure about that one. But so I've got two of them right here in the studio with me today. They're some amazing peoples. And first of all, I got my man over there. He's the fantastic Frisbee man. Welcome to the show, fantastic Frisbee man.
Hey man, I'm like, this is nuts, man. I mean, what? Thanks, man. Oh man.
Man, I can see it right now. You's butt boogie ass naked over there, and you just got a Frisbee covering up your private parts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm like Birdman. You know, I get my, I get powers from the sun, man. I just vitamin D.
Yeah, audience. The vitamin D. Everybody go out there and drink your milk. And since today is Mother's Day, go get a little bit of extra if you can, especially if you're a little younger. And so Frisbee man.
Yeah, what's up?
What kind of training you been doing? Because I seen some videos, YouTube videos out there where you slanging them Frisbees, smacking fools in the head, knocking them down one by one like American snipers. You know, what kind of training does it take to throw a Frisbee at 275 miles an hour?
Well, man, I went to one of the greatest colleges for ultimate Frisbee, Santa Barbara. What's up?
Oh,
banana slugs.
Use the banana slug.
Yeah, that's right, man. Those are the training grounds. You know, just like like Batman went to those like the Shadow School or whatever with Ra's Ghul. Like, you know, we didn't have Ra's Ghul. We had Mr. Timpson. What's up?
Yeah.
And he was our trainer. He made us run laps like crazy.
Man, I heard Mr. Timpson was recruiting you out of the 3rd grade. That early that you was already showing them talents, you know, for throwing them Frisbees. But how did you decide now to not just make it like an ultimate Frisbee thing or do it for fun and recreation, but to do it as a crime fighting? You know, how did that develop?
Well, you know, man, like I remember my dad, he ran an antique store, and a lot of times, you know, people try to like bust out of there trying to carry out some kind of loot. And I would always be in the China section, and I would just be twirling those really fine plates on my digits, you know, man. And you know, if I saw him run out the door, I'd just pow. Yeah, right in the spinal column. They couldn't ever walk again.
Oh yeah, tout out. Using the hospital and you ain't able to walk again for what you just done did.
Yeah, man. I don't even.
Man,
I was 14 when I did that, and that's when I figured, you know, like, I want to help people out. I don't want to just help my dad's antique shop, but I want to, like, you know, be like a mall security or something, and you know, just kind of grew from there.
No, and I heard that after you done left the Banana Slugs program, you got hired by the LAPD, you know, to be in the special crime unit and going out on the force with the gang task force to take down drug runners and you know, traffickers and stuff, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of times, like, you know, it's in the pursuit, you know, like, you know, when a suspected criminal's on the run, yeah, I just throw a zinger out there, you know, just flick it off of the wrist, and it's just, you know, for me, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to, like, see the contact happen.
Cracking neck vertebrae from drug dealers. That sounds like a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, get pleasure out of pain or nothing. I mean, like, not on the job, but in other circumstances.
All right. Well, we'll get to back that in a second because we got another wonderful superhero right here in the studio with me, and that's the Wonder Witch. Welcome to the show, Wonder Witch. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Yeah. So you got a little bit longer history than the Fantastic Frisbee Man. You've been around for, well, since the Salem witch trials.
I don't think my age has anything to do with my abilities, and I am very resentful of it continuing to be mentioned.
I'm sorry about that, witch. You sound like one of them girls that used to, runs around on the street. You got a nasty attitude, but that's how you taking out the crime, isn't you?
I do have a nasty attitude, and that's where my powers come from.
Yeah, I saw you on Twitch and Vimeo beating dudes down with a broomstick relentlessly.
I spared no one, and I never have.
Now explain this to me, because you've got amazing ability. You look like a ptarmigan falcon up in the sky, come ripping around a couple 100 miles an hour, and you just nosedive on some top of somebody like a criminal who might be like stealing something or someone who jacking a car, and I've never in your highlight reel ever seen you miss. And when you get on that broom, it's like you beating them down with a gladiator sword. I mean, you just putting a hurt on them. How did you get them skills?
It's always about the anger. I feel like anger narrows my focus, and I don't even need to use any tools or anything. But it's
Oh yeah, audience. Anger and emotion, that's a powerful thing.
I really have no choice. If I were to miss the mark, then I'd be out of the superhero kingdom. I don't have a choice to fail, so I don't.
Oh really? Is it like one strike and you's out of that kind of like superhero code or something, fellas and ladies? I mean, is that same with you, Frisbee Man? If you miss, do all your superfood friends give you some beef, or is it just one strike and you's done and that's kind of unwritten rules?
Yeah, they are like so harsh, and I've been like not vocal, but I've definitely like shot some glances around, at the people that need be glanced at, and just like messages not received. They're not pancaking it, You got to pancake that disc if you want to catch it.
Now, Wonder Witch, have you and Fantastic Frisbee Man ever gone out and done some crime busting together?
There was a time back in the mid-90s we dabbled.
Yeah, what kind of stuff was you getting into?
Well, I don't want to speak for the both of us, but we definitely joined forces to see if we could take out more crime. But things got heated and I got angry.
Oh, what was it, like a personality conflict or something? Because I see like a perfect synergies, right? I can just envision Fantastic Frisbee Man running down Broadway with discs, just chucking them at fools, and you coming out of the sky, dive bombing like a ptarmigan falcon, just knocking dudes down or beating them. I mean, that's a perfect land and air game, I could see how that'd be beneficial. What happened?
I agree. We had the potential to be a powerhouse. I mean, between a frisbee and a nosedive, there was nothing we couldn't take out. But
Go ahead.
I apologize.
Go ahead. I know you showing respect to your elders over here, but go ahead.
No, man.
Pipe on
hey,
in.
man, it's not about the age, man. You keep bringing that up. She already done said it, man. Like,
thank you, Frisbee Man. Thank you.
You're talking about like fighting crime, like it's just getting in a brawl or a fist fight. But like, we were in it was Brazil for a while, right? I mean, and like, hey, don't get me wrong, I love Brazil, right?
The beaches are great.
Yeah, but there's like child trafficking and stuff, right?
Yeah, I know,
right?
Yeah,
I hate that stuff.
That's a bad thing. That's right. But you was part of the BOPE, the task force over there going into favelas and stuff.
Well,
right?
yeah, I had my style, man. I'm a laid back guy. All right. So what I would do is once I got the baby, I just put them on a disc and then throw them. They would just sit on the disc, and then the disc would rotate right under them, but it would carry them. It had the lift. I got a mean zinger. All right.
Yeah, and so you just throw them to safety.
Yeah, I throw them to safety, but
Frisbee Man failed to mention that there would be babies on the Frisbees. I nosedived into half a dozen of them and killed them instantly.
Oh, now we're getting to the roots of the problem here.
Yeah, I think you're being too hard on yourself. You're harsh on your own buzz.
I've tried to convince myself that those babies would turn out to be bad, and I just nipped it in the bud early on, but I just can't sleep at night still.
Oh. why don't y'all hug it out? Because it sounds like there was a good intentions. And Frisbee Man wasn't trying to do nothing but save them babies, and you just plucking them out like they pigeons or doves or something, like a ptarmigan falcon would.
That was my intention. I never meant anything bad to happen to anybody that hadn't already been bad, so.
Yeah, me neither, Wendy. I mean, sorry.
That's all right, hug it out.
Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. Give the Wincast your questions on Facebook, Twitter, or the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break of what issues the Win counselors can help you with during good, bad, ugly. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.